Welcome back, folks, and we've got stored today the Tier 7 European ship you got from the Christmas Battle Pass, shall we say. It's not much of a Battle Pass anymore, though. Now, with the economic boost without the merits flag, 5% to credit, 60% to commander, 55, then 65, then 100% with a clan. Nothing special. It'd be it's not the best, let's be honest. Unless you have a merits flag like I do, your economic package is honestly not even worth getting. I'll be honest. If you don't have a merits thing, I wouldn't even bother getting the permanent package unless you're going to use the ship a lot in ops. Armor or otherwise, nothing special. 16mm armor and 10mm superstructure. Survivability wise, 14,350, and that is with survivability expert on there also. Gun performance, she gets 4 guns, 3.5 reload, 12km range. These guns look great, but in all honesty, the fact that they get HE and AP, the main trade-off is that they have a really bad shell arc. It's pretty significant. It's not like Orkin or any of them, it's kind of more flat. Or even how Blys, I think, is a better shell arc. Let's see. 808 on the velocity. Blys has 900. A little bit better on this velocity, but in terms of gunpowder, Blys beats it absolutely. She gets less torp, so that is a main selling point of the story, is that she gets quadruple torp launchers, which is a really nice thing. It's something you don't really get to see till tier 10 and 9 on some ships. That is a nice thing. And these torps are 10 kilometers. And with a focus on build, you have a 7-kilometer range. That's 3 kilometers of torp range. And they are European torps. So that's why I am running Jersey Swirsky with a full torp build. Because in the right op, like Ultimate Frontier, Aegis, hell, you could probably make it work on Cherry Blossom also. On those kind of ops, you could really maximize that reload and everything and get those torps and everything going. So, obviously, a pure torp build on this boat, I don't think it really is outfitted for a gun build. If you want a gunship, Blys or Orkin will really work as gunships. But for a torp boat, I only really picked the ship up because it was a torp boat. And I needed a European ship. AA-wise, as you can tell, just by the values right there, and the number of them, it's pretty bad. It's really bad. They're not even existent. 8 charges in the back. Again, you have to drive over the sub, but again, you have a really low amount of HP. So, again, subs, you're going to be suffering if he's a decent player, let's be honest. Maneuverability-wise, she's actually very decent. 37 knots and a 3-second rudder shift. Looking at Blys, it's still less than Blys. Blys has 39 and a little bit longer rudder shift. So Blys is honestly coming out on top in certain aspects. Though the Steward does get better detection. So there's some trade-offs. It really is an interesting ship. As far as Blys versus Stored, that's a tough one. From what I only played one match in her, and that was the match I'm going to show you because it was actually my very first match. I was actually very impressed with her. But in terms of reliability, I would go Blys over Stored. Just because Blys is more universal in all the other ops. Stored would really work, like I said, good on Ultimate Frontier and Aegis. Blys would work pretty good too, but Blys has more viability over the whole of the op chain. So there is that. But as far as my honest opinions on Blys, and stored, I would honestly go with Blys. But if you have the stored full torp build, now into the equipment, practically standard. You could go maneuverability, but you have that smoke. So I would honestly go propulsion. Now, unlike Blys, she does get the specialized repair party. She only gets 2 charges though. If you have superintendent, you get 3 charges. So that is a trade-off you have to decide when running her. But you'll need at least a 20-point captain to make that really work. And that's a downside to it, is that to really bring it out, you need a torp build, and you need that ability to have extra smoke and extra heal. Can you make it work without it? Absolutely. But you've got to know the op. But let's show you this stored. And if you weren't able to pick it up or were very displeased with the battle pass at Christmas, have a look at the ship and see if you want it, if it comes out for sale. Okay? I want you guys to make your own opinion. Welcome back, and we got Volron back again in Iskagero, and we're in the stored 43, the free ship you could get from the Christmas Dockyard. Or not Christmas Dockyard, but Christmas Battle Pass. We're teamed up with a Massey, Baron, Hipper, Edinburgh, Too Long, and we're on Herpes. Now, interesting thing, this is my very first battle in this ship. Very first battle. This is the very first battle I played in this ship. Now, like most people, I'm not happy about the Battle Pass nerfs. I'm not. But, I mean, I was thinking, if we get the ship, we get enough stuff at Christmas, to get this ship, we'll pick it up. Because we do need European ships for our fleet. We only have Orkin, really, for premiums. And Blys. But not many people play Blys. And I thought this one was like a little bit better. Now, right off the bat, you do see that it does get 2 charges of smoke and 2 charges of the specialized repair party. Really nice here, have that ability. And then you get HP, HE, and AP shells. And then the torps, 10 kilometers. That's still very decent. Now I am running Jersey Subversive because I wanted to run a torp build. I think this ship could really work really well on Aegis or Ultimate Frontier. I really think it would work really well on those 2 maps. Without a doubt. And you see that the gun traverse is actually very decent.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
But I was honestly very impressed with the stored. I usually, it takes me a match or 2 to really get used to it. It's very rare for me to get a good game on the first try that I can show for you guys on the channel. And I know I've been mostly doing replays right now, but I've been also trying to reduce my time on ships at the same time, but still bring you content. As as Christmas, I wanted to bring you more quality content from myself personally than just every good match I have. Now you do see it does have a pretty good shell art though. And I'm having trouble hitting things. I really am. Edinburgh gets a broadside and basically activates his hydro. Or not radar, his radar, not hydro. Now, we on the other hand are having a very bad day.
Problem solved, sir.
In terms of all the HE spam coming in. And I thought about launching torps, but you know, I was like, eh. Bowman launches his torps, and he misses the second in the first set. Second set does hit. I don't know why I really shot in hindsight with that Gork being there. But you see, at this range, the gun velocity is, well, pitiful. And the Edinburgh goes boom, boom, and he says, "What the hell?" And immediate what struck me is that he had a fire and he took armor piercing to the side. And me and Volrum were like, "You're not in a very tanky ship, boy. You're in a very squishy ship. If you're running a radar then you've got a lot of balls. Personally, that ship needs its smoke screen. That line really all does, honestly. You really do need a smoke screen to really make that ship work.
Problem solved,
You
sir.
can get away with it on cherry blossom for sure, but yeah, you really do need a smoke on the Edinburgh.
Smoke generator started. Smoke screen set.
Now, see, I did launch that on the turrets, but I ended up getting the Genizer.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
But Volrum launches his torps on the Baron, so I'm like, well, there goes my target. So I have to wait for the Scharnhorst to come out. And at this time, Cap was also with us in the channel. His game was updating, so we couldn't play with him just yet. But I believe he joined us after this battle, if I remember correctly. For torps, we get to get a fire on the turrets. He has a flood of the Sharn. For some reason, one random torp just squeezes right by me. And I'm thinking, run, run, and run. Pop my repair party. Get a fire. Can I get the kill? And I do pick up the kill.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Torpedoes to port.
Now, I shouldn't have. I oversteer and I take a torp right up the butt.
Problem solved, sir.
But we get a brand new ship. right for the DD because that's the key target. Now you see, I've been using most of my guns. I haven't had a lot of time to use my corpse this time. That's why I think on Aegis or Ultimate Frontier, this ship would work much better. And I intend to do some more testing with this ship. Turret just gets, well, deleted. Him going boom was very surprised.
Support.
Now we do drop our torch to maybe hit this Baron. Unfortunately, we don't, so that's unfortunate. I have one repair part left, and I've got one smoke left. So, and I know exactly where I've got to use them. I've got to use them up front on those GDs. I've got to. Because we've lost Edinburgh and too long. We only have a Hipper left, and I need him up front. And in terms of what we have left, it's not the best. Not a lot of DPM ships needed to really... So I'm literally one of the last defenses for the convoy. If I die, those DDs are going to get straight through.
Teammate, I need your support.
And I call the Emperor, I'm like, I need your help, man. I need you to get up here. But I'm like, I know he isn't going to get up here, so I'm literally the only thing going. And Volram is out there, literally drawing the aircraft away, and the Hipper. Because if a DD doesn't play this net coming around this island right, he's going to die to that the sheer DPM of all these DDs. You've got to do this just right. Otherwise, you're screwed. Now, I dropped my torch, but I realized I had the CV selected. Which, it's a good thing I recognize that.
Smoke
Now,
generator started.
immediately activate my smoke, drop a few
Problem solved,
guns,
sir.
and try to disengage. Now, the Hydra should be coming now. We get one torp
Enemy
in
destroyer
the second
blown
set,
up.
knocks out
Smoke
two of
screen
them.
set.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
So now we can openly engage the Z. Z doesn't have the DPM like I do. It has good guns, but not the DPM. And he does drop torps on our smoke. We do pop a repair just because, so we have that HP advantage going for a few seconds. But we're going to get the kill. Or we're going to get those kills. The convoy's safe. Well, we ended up with 118k right now. It's not bad. But I mean, we did our job. Now you see Volram is out there having a wonderful time against all those ships. Isn't he, folks? He does die. But he did drop torps on the CV. I'm trying to get out around so we can at least spot this CV. Maybe get a chance to get him. But Volrum's torps do pick up the CV, and he picks himself Ray. So we got a 5-star right now. And honestly, I'm just shooting the hipper, just trying to draw some fire. But the other battles have really drawn most of the fire. Solid 5 stars. Gotta love them. You gotta love a 5 stars. So 120k. Again, if it had been probably Aegis or Ultimate Frontier, it would have been probably about 240. Maybe a little bit high, maybe 180. But it would have been a lot higher, for sure. Now, we are second on the team. But Volrum taking the very respectable 1828. Top of the team with Ray. Myself second. Followed by the Massey, and then Hipper, and then kind of goes downhill from there. But I think it was literally thinking those 2 DDs are what really helped get me up that high. And doing that damage to that Z. It was literally those 3 Ds that gave me the ability to get as high as I did. But you see, I did take much damage. Only like 20,000, but I healed most of it back from the heal circle and my heals. I still made a nice 300,000 profit. And I wasn't running any boosters, so that's literally just stock everything. But she's not a bad ship. Like I said, I want to do more experimenting with the ship, and hopefully we can get some better gameplay footage. But I think as for a review portion, I think she's a very solid ship. I feel like she's very solid. She's balanced in her torp, she's balanced in her gun. She has the heal, the smoke, the gimmick to farm stuff, the torp stuff. She has a lot of both of those lines, the gunboat line and the torp line. She has both of those in the one platform, which is really good. And her number of torps she gets, that's very nice, considering that you don't really get those kind of torps till like tier 10. So that's very welcoming. I mean, when we look at the torp damage, it's only like 58,000, but that's still decent. If we had gotten more torps on, it could have been a lot more.